Sometimes the scariest things aren't from the other side, but from right here in the real world. In 1971, the Perron family moved into a quiet old farmhouse in Rhode Island, hoping for a fresh start. Soon after moving in, they heard eerie footsteps in empty rooms, doors creaking open on their own, and icy cold drafts sweeping through the house. But it didn't stop there. Carolyn Perron, the mother, claimed to have seen ghostly apparitions and even felt a sinister presence watching her. Paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren were called in, and they declared the house haunted by an evil spirit. But was it really? Let's take a step back. What if these ghostly encounters weren't supernatural at all? What if they were hallucinations? Back then, old houses like the Perron's farmhouse often had faulty heating systems that leaked carbon monoxide. Prolonged exposure to this gas can cause, you guessed it, hallucinations, feelings of dread, and even paranoia. Carolyn's ghosts might have been nothing more than the result of carbon monoxide poisoning. Now, picture you're alone in a dark lab. It's late and something doesn't feel right. You sense a presence. That is exactly what happened to Vic Tandy in the 1980s. He was working late in a lab that many believed was haunted. People reported seeing strange figures, feeling sudden chills, and even sensing an overwhelming fear. One night, Vic saw a shadowy apparition out of the corner of his eye. Could it really be a ghost? The lab felt cursed, haunted by something unseen. But was it truly supernatural? Vic wasn't convinced, so he decided to investigate. What he found was something far stranger than a ghost. It turns out the lab was hiding a secret. A fan was producing infrasound, low-frequency sound waves too deep for the human ear to hear, but strong enough to make your eyeballs vibrate. These vibrations created optical illusions, making Vic and others think they saw ghosts. Infrasound can also make you feel uneasy, even terrified, as if something is lurking behind you. Spooky, right? Once the fan was removed, the hauntings stopped. Vic Tandy's discovery was a breakthrough. It not only debunked the haunting, but also opened up research into how infrasound might explain other paranormal phenomena that people reported in similar settings. In the late 1980s, the Tallman family of Wisconsin thought they'd found the perfect home. But what they didn't know was that something sinister came with it. After bringing home a second-hand bunk bed, strange things started happening. Shadowy figures lurking in the corner, strange voices whispering at night, and an overwhelming sense of fear. One night, Alan Tallman saw a dark figure out of the corner of his eye, standing right next to the bed. The family was terrified. Had they brought home a haunted bunk bed? The family believed their home was cursed. They saw shadows, felt watched, and fled, convinced that ghosts would never leave them in peace. But what if there were no ghosts at all? What if it was just their eyes playing tricks on them? You see, your peripheral vision, that is, what you can see out of the corner of your eye, is excellent at spotting motion, but terrible at picking up detail. In low light, like at night, your brain can misinterpret shadows, making ordinary objects look like spooky figures. So the next time you see something spooky out of the corner of your eye, remember, it might just be a shadow, not a spirit, just a trick of the eye. Did a ghost just slam the door? Anyway, welcome to Hampton Court Palace, home to kings, queens, and one very famous ghost. Something happened in 2003 that will chill your bones. Security cameras caught what many believed was the ghost of Catherine Howard, Henry VIII's ill-fated wife, wandering the halls and slamming doors. Visitors and staff alike reported eerie sightings of shadowy figures, faces in the windows. Was it really the restless spirit of a Tudor queen? Or was something else at play? Let's take a closer look. What if the ghosts at Hampton Court weren't spirits at all, but a trick of the brain. Our brains are wired to find patterns, especially faces, in random shapes and shadows. This is called pareidolia. When people saw ghostly faces in the windows or shadowy figures in the halls, their minds were playing a clever trick, turning natural shapes into something spooky. Even the mysterious figure caught on camera, it was later revealed to be a palace staff member dressed in a period costume. And the spooky slamming door? Just a well-timed coincidence. Catherine Howard's ghost may be a legend, but the real power lies in our imagination. The next time you see a ghost, maybe it's just your eyes playing tricks, thanks to some invisible sound waves. And if you hear footsteps in an empty room, you might want to check your gas line before calling the Ghostbusters. Until next time, stay curious, stay skeptical, and maybe keep a flashlight handy. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that like button before the ghost does. See you in the next mystery.